I mean, I always think that, kind of back to my listeners out there, parent influence is such a big part of that. Is an entrepreneur born or bred piece, right? Yeah. Do you think they're born or bred, and do you think that had an impact on you?
I hate this question, right?
It's a hard question.
It's really hard. I don't know. I mean, I really don't know, and I think that. What do you think?
Well, I mean, I asked the question because I'm trying to find out, and what I find out there in the world is a lot of people have a strong opinion one way or the other. And what's interesting is when we can have a debate about it, because I feel like my instinct is I was not meant to be an entrepreneur. Actually, I was meant to be a lawyer. That's what my parents made me think I should be, because they were entrepreneurs. The last thing they wanted for me was a similar lifestyle, the highs and lows in their mind of that. They wanted a safer life for me. So they actually pushed me, you can say bred me, to be a lawyer. Right. But I rebelled. And when my father died, I rebelled. I rejected that idea and wanted to go out there and prove myself. So I feel like ironically, I think I was probably born with some entrepreneurial ability, and they tried to breed it out of me.
So it's interesting because I have two older brothers. You have
Yes, I have an older brother and two younger brothers.
Okay, so I have two older brothers, and my father wanted one of his three sons to be a professional. And my two older brothers didn't like school that much. And so I was going to be a doctor from the age of about 7 or 10. I was going to be a doctor. And I ended up doing science A-levels, which I didn't really enjoy. But I had a place at Guy's Medical School to do medicine. And I rebelled. And I said, I'm not going to do it. And my father went absolutely berserk. And my brothers tell the story, which I don't think is true, but this is what they say happened. I used to play drums very badly in a band. And apparently I had this deal with my dad. I had a year to make it in the music industry, otherwise I had to become a professional. I don't remember that bit, but there may be a reason why I don't remember it. And the deal I did was I could be a doctor, dentist, lawyer, accountant. I think that was it. And
then go Tinker Tailor Soldier Sailor after like that.
And I didn't want to be a dentist, and accountancy was boring in those days. I think it's a Monty Python sketch around accountants. And so I said there was a TV program called The Main Chance with this quite trendy lawyer in it. So I decided, if push comes to the shove, that I'd become a lawyer. And strangely enough, I didn't make it in the music business, and I ended up somehow getting a place at law school. And suddenly you're on this career path. And I had no idea about my career path, and I was suddenly at law school, and I got my articles, and I was being trained, and I did my exams, and I passed them. And then I qualified, and then I got this job in Chelsea. And you're just on this career path. And so it's the point about mentors and father figures. I had no one really guiding me, what do you really want to do? What would you really like to do, sort of question. And I was on this career path, and one of the people who influenced me came for dinner one night at my mother's house. Very interesting businessman, and he was talking about, he knew I was at law school, and he said to me, his big thing about lawyers is they never have an opinion. They always tell you the law, but they never give you an opinion. He said he'd want to go to a lawyer who gave an opinion. And I made a decision that when I qualified, I would give an opinion. I would actually say, this is what I think. Because when you're at law school, when you do your exams, 70% of the marks are about knowing the law. 30% of it is about applying. So you actually don't need to apply it at all to actually qualify as a lawyer. So I made this decision to actually give opinions. And that's how when I became a lawyer, that's one of my unique selling points, right? Not that we had them, was about actually saying to you, this is what I think. So.